Hello there, guys. This is Solid Shepard bringing you another video. And first, before we get started, I want to go ahead and apologize for basically not putting anything out for the last 2 weeks. As I've said before, for anyone who's worried, don't worry. No matter how the channel ends up shaking out, I don't ever plan on quitting YouTube ever because I really do enjoy doing it. But with anything, whenever you do it a lot, you have times where you kind of start feeling a little bit burnt out from it. So I was at the point about 2 weeks ago where I was like, you know what, I really need to make a video today, and I stopped myself. Especially because I was looking through my games list. Okay, I was like, do I want to make a gameplay video? I was looking for something to talk about because I really didn't have anything. And that's when I stopped myself, and I was like, why am I forcing myself to basically push something out? So that's when I stopped myself. Like, you know what, I'm going to take a little bit of a break here. And I'm gonna kind of just recenter myself, and then we'll get back to it once I feel up to it. And today I feel way more refreshed, and the reason why I'm doing this is because I don't want to have to push out content just to push out content. I want it to be something that I feel like people could actually enjoy, like you guys would actually, or it would at least be interesting, something that I want to do, not that I feel forced to do, because I really feel like it's important to be genuine, because that is so rare on this website right now. So anyways, that's why I haven't done anything for 2 weeks. If anyone's wondering why I haven't really done anything except for that one YouTuber's Life video I uploaded, and the only reason why I did that is because I'd had that gameplay recorded for a while and I just never got around to uploading to a video. So I was like, you know what, I haven't put anything up, I already had this recorded, so let's just go ahead and upload it. I wasn't really happy with the quality of it though. It felt like very lackluster. I believe I talked about that while I was actually playing it. I don't remember because it's a while, but I believe I was actually talking about that. It kind of goes in with what I just talked about at the beginning of this video, so that's why. Anyways, into the topic of this video, I kind of just want to bring up, this is a video I really needed to make because I was very critical of the Nintendo Switch leading up to its launch, and I've also been really critical. Sorry to any females who are watching. I know that sounded like another word there. But anyways, I've been very critical of console gaming, and I feel like it's been very misinterpreted why I've been critical of console gaming. And it's because it's pretty much become PC gaming, just more lackluster. So basically what I was saying is, oh, you care about power and graphics? Buy a PC. And then people are like, oh, well, PCs are too expensive. And then this is kind of why I've been critical of the Scorpio, and to a lesser extent the PS4 Pro, is because let's look at this here. So there's been 3 versions. You had the Xbox One, the Xbox One S, now the Xbox One X. And on PlayStation, you've had the PlayStation 4. I believe they came out for PlayStation 4 Slim, if I am correct. And then they had the PlayStation 4 Pro. So each one of those consoles, give or take, I know some are more, some are a little less, but give or take, it's around $300. You end up spending about $900 on this one console generation, and it's just why don't you just, that's almost a grand. That's $100 shy of a grand. You could have just bought a good gaming PC for that amount of money, and you would have had far more power, because apparently the allure of the PS4 Pro and the Scorpio is power. Now, the reason why I said earlier, just a little bit ago, to a lesser extent PlayStation, because at least PlayStation has console exclusives. I'm not really big on exclusives, though, because that holds back gamers in general of playing games. And I don't care if it's PC, I don't care if it's Xbox, which they don't have any exclusives, and I don't care if it's PlayStation. Exclusives are bad for consumers, I personally believe. They're good for the company, they're good for the corporation, they're bad for us gamers. So there was that. So I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I'm pro-consumer. I'm pro-you. Okay? I'm not going to defend a piece of plastic. And there used to be a reason consoles existed, and that has gone away. So we got reason number 1 that I just said, the argument, it's too expensive. Bullshit, because most of the people who are on console right now have bought all 3 systems, depending on if they're on PlayStation or Xbox. And I'm not talking about Nintendo, because the whole point of this video is Nintendo. So I'll get there once I come around to it. I'm kind of making these points to come around to make my ultimate point of this video. So there's the price argument, and people go, oh well, it's just easier. It's just plug and play basically, but it's not, because if you've really, I don't care if you buy the digital, which most people are buying digital nowadays, or if you buy the I'm just, that might not be true. There might be still most people buying physical. I don't have actual statistics with me right now. But if not, there's still a good number of people who are buying digital. And then even the people who buy physical copies at like GameStop or Walmart or something, the download times, I don't know if anybody's actually played games recently, downloaded new games recently. There's a good amount of time, sometimes, especially when you buy digital, that it will take hours to download a game. So you have to install a game basically just the same you would have to do so on Steam on a PC. So really the plug and play mentality or people try to bring up, that's really not completely true anymore either. In fact, because the consoles are only capable of a certain kind of speed basically, because they're not as powerful as PCs, because they're not meant to compute like that, the download time will actually be longer. Especially Madden. Like even if you buy a physical copy, I don't know about this year's Madden. I haven't played it. I actually got rid of my PlayStation, so I don't have one right now. I still kept some of my games like Horizon Zero Dawn and stuff, so I might end up buying like a used original PlayStation 4 just so I can play those games still at some point. But I don't have one right now, so I haven't. And Madden, because I love football, so I'll probably get one so I can play those, because they still don't have those on PC for some reason. So yeah. That's basically that's that right there. Is I kind of just lost my train of thought for a second. But Madden 2016, I think. When was the last Madden I played? I don't remember, but I plugged it in, and I remember sitting there, and you could play it initially, but you can only play like the opening tutorial thing with the little cutscene. If anyone who's played Madden knows what I'm talking about. Or a quick play of the two teams that are basically featured, the previous year's Super Bowl teams. That's all you could do for hours until the data's downloaded, and you don't have that problem really with any PC games. You can just, the download will take about 15 minutes, and that's on the extreme side. Usually it takes more like 5 to 10, and you're playing. So there's that. You have more options on PC. You're very restricted on console. And yeah, so you just look at it and you just ask yourself, what is the point of console gaming? Now, I am an advocate of there is a place for console gaming. But the problem is console gaming doesn't exist anymore. At least it didn't. And I'll tell you what, the point of this video, of all that other stuff I just talked about for like the last 7 or so minutes, maybe 6, I don't know. I was just talking about it for more than 5 minutes, definitely though. Is I think Nintendo with the Switch has saved console gaming. And now, before anybody loses their minds, just hear me out. So console gaming is supposed to be about, simplicity basically. And it's supposed to be about affordability. I mean, sure, the Switch isn't the cheapest thing in the world, but when you add the fact that it is both a gaming, like a console and a handheld, and what you can do with it, and the fact that it is only a one-time purchase, and a Nintendo, I doubt, is going to do a mid-generation upgrade. It's not Nintendo style. It is cheaper than a PC. For the most part, the games go, start playing right away. So far, the games that have come out for it. So it is essentially plug and play, and you can just pick it up with you and go anywhere too. So there's that accessibility right there. And it is really, it's a console. It is not the Nintendo Switch is, and even the Wii U, I have a Wii U. I actually enjoy my Wii U. I didn't like it as much as it probably should have been enjoyed if Nintendo would have done a better job, but it's still an enjoyable console. I love Zelda games. But basically what I'm getting at is Nintendo has saved consoles, basically. The Nintendo is a console company. And I will say this. I'm sorry that I talk crap on the Switch. I would suggest, I don't even have a Switch yet, but I've seen enough of it. I'm going to get one. I'm going to buy one. and I'll probably be very. I don't know when it'll be because it's hard to get your hands on them right now. That's the other thing; they're selling very well, but basically the whole point is all those things I talk about that the PlayStation and Xbox do not have over PC anymore. For the most part, the Switch does. The Switch does still have that over the PC. And I'm an avid PC gamer now. You guys know that. I used to be a console gamer. I switched to PC, but I will probably have a Switch. Just, you can take it on the go with you. And it has that charm. It has that console charm. Like, recently I've been playing on my Wii U, but I still use the gamepad, like if I'm laying down, going to sleep or something, because I sleep on my couch, like, a lot of the time. It's just fallout from being in the Navy, being on ships, having those small little racks to sleep in. And so now it's just hard for me to go to sleep when I have a full bed. And, you know, I'm single, so I don't have a significant other sleeping next to me. So it's just, I don't know, it's just uncomfortable to be too comfortable, if that makes any sense for me. So basically, yeah, that's why. But that enables me, since I'm right next to my Wii U, basically, it enables me to play on the gamepad, like, while I'm laying down, just like someone would if a Switch if they're upstairs in their bedroom. So I've been doing that and just enjoying Zelda Breath of the Wild, and then I have some of the virtual console games on there, and Nintendo, and you know, and then the way that they've been running the Switch, and I've been seeing, you know, and it's made me fall in love with gaming as gaming now, not so much just power, because it doesn't necessarily care as much about power, but it's like, I don't know, Nintendo's like restored my faith in gaming, if that makes sense. Of course, I still love gaming, and PC is more enjoyable as far as the visuals, and frame rate is a very big part, and all that. But at the same time, I think you guys can get what I'm saying. I still love PC more, but just like the Nintendo, now that I've been kind of playing Breath of the Wild, I've been looking more into the Switch, and I've been looking at all that. It's brought me back to a simpler time, if that makes sense. That's what I'm trying to say, basically. So I definitely suggest anyone watching this video, I definitely endorse the Switch. I'm definitely endorsing Nintendo right now. They're doing what Sony and Microsoft have lost their way from, and that's console gaming. Like, if you're going to make a PC, then just make a fucking PC at this point. That's to any Sony fanboy or any Microsoft fanboy. I'm not beholden to either. I'm not beholden to Nintendo. Nintendo's just doing it right now, in my opinion. Not necessarily from a demand standpoint, especially when you add in the way they did in the NES Classic and now the SNES Classic. But, you know, with stocks. But that's corporate side. That's not the game developer side as much. But yeah, as far as the game development side, they're doing it right. I definitely endorse them. I think there should be a push to have them have success, because maybe that could be a signal to Microsoft and PlayStation, to be like, hey, you guys have lost your way. Because if you want power, that's what PC gaming is for. If you want to put in a lot of money, buy several upgrades of a console generation, you might as well just buy a PC and get a good graphics card. So yeah, I know I'm just kind of all over the place. I haven't made a video in like 2 weeks. But I feel like this was a really good video to get started on, back on. Just really reinstilling my faith in console gaming. To me, there's only one true console out there right now, and that is Nintendo Switch. Because the PlayStation 4 Pro, and really PlayStation 4 in general, and the Xbox One, Xbox One X, those aren't really consoles. Those are gaming PC wannabes. Really, that's what they are. And Xbox doesn't even have the they don't even have the exclusives, which I feel like I should point at this. It's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing for us. I actually kind of respect Xbox for doing that, making it where you got games that are available for PC gamers too. Because once again, I feel like every gamer should be able to play games. That's my thing. But it's a bad business move simply because Sony is just not following suit, and they don't have to follow suit because they're way outselling Xbox. You go, well, support Xbox, but you go like, why should you support Xbox? Because I think you'd be better off just supporting PC gaming, honestly. And that's kind of the catch-22. But hopefully Nintendo can get enough traction. They're doing things the right way. Which they have exclusives too, but it's a little different because they're Nintendo. I don't know. It's a little bit different. But hopefully, I mean, I'd be happy if they can compete with Sony, and then they take sales away from Sony eventually, and then because they're actually console gaming, and then those sales kind of even out to make where Sony's back around where Microsoft is, and suddenly they're evenly playing, competing with each other again, and but then PC gaming is getting a lot of support too. It eventually becomes this thing where like, okay, we can't do exclusives anymore. And we're just basically going to sell consoles off of what the console can offer the gamer, because across from PC, consoles, and all that, you get the same games. And when you get that, you got consoles that are going to be innovating, much like Nintendo Switch is right now. Nintendo Switch offers something that no one else can, and that is portability. That like innovation like that is the kind of thing that consoles can do, but PC really can't. Because PC is set as what it is. It's way more capable of power, but that's about it. As far as actual innovation on how you play games, outside of VR, it's kind of restricted. And that is what is great about consoles, or what used to be great. And Nintendo's kind of bringing it back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to any of the Nintendo fanboys who, whenever I was being critical of the Switch back whenever it was releasing, I was wrong. And I will always admit when I'm wrong. At the end of the day, if I don't know something yet because it hasn't come out yet, or yada yada, I can only go off of what I know and my own feelings at the time. And if those end up being wrong, I will come out and say they were wrong. And I was completely wrong about that. I'm glad I was wrong about that. I feel like Nintendo is very important to the gaming industry. So I'm glad I was wrong about that. Anyways, guys, that's about it for the video. I think I rambled on long enough. Thank you for watching. As always, this has been Solid Shepard. Until next time, I should go.